everybody, Alexa Zepp here with the Daily Racing Form to go over a Pick 3 sequence for this Saturday, November 23rd. And we're going to be at Churchill Downs again, same place we've been the last couple of weeks. They have two graded stakes on Saturday, including the Grade 3 Chaluki, which will be in this sequence. And we're going to start with race 7. It's a 2-year-old maiden special weight going 6.5 furlongs on the dirt. And we're going to use 3 in here, starting with the number 5, Restless Renegade, at 12-1 odds. So a bit of a long shot and a bit of a connection play. He's by Into Mischief, one of the most prolific sires who still stands for $250,000 and is trained by Kenny McPeak with Brian Hernandez aboard. Now, these are the dynamic duo, of course, who swept the Derby this year with Torpedo Anna in the Oaks and Mystic Dan in the Derby. So, this is another young 2-year-old race, so we'll see how they do here with this young one. The number 6 will also be on the ticket, Oh Please, at 30-1 odds. This horse I really just had to throw in here. He's only been out one time on the grass at Horseshoe, Indiana, and I watched the replay when they were coming around the final turn. He just totally bolted, went straight for the barns instead of the finish line. He's a gelding at 2, so it makes sense that maybe he's a little bit hard to handle, or has been hard to handle in the past, but he was moving well before he bolted in that race and outperforming some other horses, passing some horses. He's also by Complexity, who's one of the leading new sires, and his horses are outperforming averages in pretty much every category. To top it all off, he does have a really fast 4:46 bullet work last week. We'll use the number 7 as well, who's a more logical horse in here, C Vista, at 5-2 morning line odds. This is the morning line favorite. Debuted in August at Saratoga and ran a really quick speed figure for a 2-year-old on debut, getting second after being 7 wide. And it was also in the mud that day. So there's definitely a lot of reasons we could see an easy improvement. Race 8 is the Grade 3 Chaluki Stakes for fillies 3-year-olds and up, going a mile on the dirt. And we're going to use 2 in here. There's one horse who's probably a bit of a cut above everyone else, and the rest of the field looks very competitive. But that horse is the number 4, Too Sharp, at 2-1 morning line odds favorite. Again, horse is going to be tough to beat. He's the most lightly raced horse in here with 4 starts and has just outperformed everyone else in here, never doing worse than second and almost winning the Grade 3 prior arrest, losing by just a nose. She's always gone off the favorite and has really big early speed. The Time from US rating for her early pace is actually a 130, which is very high. And they bought her for $925,000, so they have high expectations, and she's living up to those expectations right now. Her workouts coming into the race are super quick to boot. But we will include a value in here, number 6, Positano Sunset, at 10-1 morning line odds. This horse has had a really good career this year, running against very tough horses, including Vava and Society, both of whom were in the Breeders' Cup. And this is going to be a much easier spot, in my opinion, than she's been doing, and she's proven to handle a multitude of pace scenarios, so she is versatile. When I first handicapped this race this week, it was before the odds came out, and I really expected her to be the second favorite behind Too Sharp, so the fact that she came in at 10-1 morning line odds made me think this is totally a play. So we'll use those 2 in the second leg. And the final leg is race 9, an allowance going 6 furlongs on the dirt for 3-year-olds and up. Going to spread a bit in here with the number 3, Attaché, at 3-1 odds. This horse is a fan of Churchill Downs. He's made 7 of his 13 lifetime starts here and has won 3 and hit the board in 6 out of 7. Time from US does predict that he will track the fast pace of the 4 and ultimately grind them down to win. He is cross-centered, though, in a race at Churchill on Sunday, so keep an eye on a potential scratch. But he does lose his typical rider, Rafael Bejarano, to the aforementioned number 4, Colorado Cruz, who will also include. This is a bit more of a long shot at 10-1 odds, who has the fastest early pace according to Time from US and has a few new things going on for him this time out, including new trainer Doug O'Neill, first-time Lasix, and blinkers on. So I do think they will be trying to send him, and he's had a long layoff but looks fit with a bunch of bullet workouts. So I'm hoping he can get to the lead, have the pace advantage, and wire the field. We'll also use number 9, Banned for Life, at 7-2 odds with Louis Saez aboard, who is on improving form with a lot of early speed to show. Won his main special weight 2 back with a 92 buyer, which behind Attaché is the lifetime best figured of anyone in the field. And we'll include the number 11, Agu, at 4-1 odds. Like Banned for Life, his best races are his most recent ones, with a maiden special weight win at Churchill in August and a painful second place last out by a neck in a really salty allowance at Keeneland in October. So we have some coverage in the final leg here with 4 horses. It's a pretty competitive race. So that's the pick 3. It is $24 for $1. Hopefully we can start it off with a crazy long shot, maybe a 30-1 or that 12-1, and then bring it in. So good luck to you this week on all your bets, especially if you play this pick 3 with me, and have a really wonderful, happy Thanksgiving next week.
Hey friends, you look like you're in need of a winner. If you enjoyed the great content right here, just click and subscribe right here and enjoy the great DRF.com race of the days, the phenomenal stakes previews, and so much more. Many of that content featuring me and my exceptional selections. Trust me, you won't regret it.